Okay, so here's Riedel's standard run from July 4th. That was good. Looked like she flew off the dog walk, but you didn't get called on it. I'm not going to say much about the weaves because it looks to me like it's a little bit of a weakness with both of your dogs. And really the only way to have better weaves is to just train a lot of weaves. It's not really a handling issue. It's just a training issue. This part was nice. She knew exactly where to go, and your cueing was really good. Really looks like she should have been called on that contact. So you sort of, you sort of bobble your way to the table, but she sort of jumps off in front of you, and she doesn't leave you a really good choice, because now she's right in front of you, so you can't just keep driving to the table. So I think you did it pretty well. The only thing you could have maybe done differently is put your arm up, because both your arms are down. You don't have either of your arms up. But you get her on. Then from here, I would suggest with her, when she's on the table, after the judge has stopped the count, tell her to stay and try to lead out from the table at least like 1 or 2 steps. And if she comes off, she comes off. But to try to get some distance instead of, you're starting right with her, but you're not even facing the right direction. I mean, you're facing that way, but you have to run this way, so you're already at a disadvantage. So you come off the table, she's pretty much already in front of you, and it's hard to get her out to that jump. And then she goes in front of you, and you have to slow down, and then she doesn't like it when you slow down, blah, blah, blah. And I sort of remember the angle from this table to this jump, and it might have been better if instead of bringing her off this side of the table, if you sort of pushed her off the back and gave her a little bit wider approach to this jump. I don't know, that might have helped too. So what I told you at the trial, and I hopefully in class I'll be able to tell you again, but when she's doing all this barking business at the trial, she's going behind you, she's dancing around you, you're trying to get her to come back to a side by rotating your shoulder away from her. I really think that when you're in this situation, she's between you and the jump. I think you should just turn to your right and just spin in a circle and try to get her to go over this jump. Because standing there pretty much still, and you're trying to get her to come around you like this and then her loop around like that, but she doesn't like it when you're still, and we've already established that this communication that you guys are having doesn't work. So I'm going to show you more what I mean in the next class, but I think it might be helpful to you at a trial just to get her moving again. Now here, you're already pulling away from the tunnel, and she's like a good 6 to 8 feet away from it. and you're looking right at her. So you're giving her turning cues right now. You have got to go straight to this tunnel. You can't peel off of it. And I think that you do, you don't even try to do a front cross at the end of the tunnel, so there's no reason for you to, you know, be worried about getting over there. And this was, I think you had trouble on the teeter with her here because right now you're just cueing going this direction. You're not cueing going this direction at all. Okay, so here's the stride before she takes off. So this is when she needs information that she's going that way. And right now your shoulders and your motion and everything are forward. Okay, so now she's lifting off. Now there's nothing she can do about her jumping effort. She can't change anything. So she's going to land this way. She's going to almost run into you. And now you're pushing her line this way, but she's already landed. And I really think she just doesn't like that. She doesn't like to get late information, okay? And most dogs don't. But most dogs sort of take it in stride and just sort of deal with it. I don't think she likes it. And she's going to balk and cause you problems. And I don't think it's because she's bad. I think that part of it's because she's greener and more novice. And she doesn't have the total confidence on the course that she someday will have. And so when you miscue like that, it causes her to trust you a little bit less about, well, you're cueing this, but is that really what you want me to do or not? And so the way she reacts to that is by stopping and turning and barking at you. That's my theory, anyways. So here you just tried to cross behind her before she was committed. And this is kind of a greener dog thing. So you were doing a rear cross, and it was pretty nice. Your motion was clearly forward, but she just wasn't committed to the shoot yet.